Okay, this is part two. Sorry, I got cut with the part one because I got low memory in my cell phone. Now, like what I'm telling on the part one, make sure that your rollers are properly aligned. So align them properly, because otherwise it will be affecting your race and the car will jump out. So let's go back here. Make sure that the 16 millimeter is on the outer hole and the 19 millimeter is on the back. Whether if it's Supra or Pro stock, same thing applies. So take note of that. Okay, let me go back to the tires. I forgot to be specific. When you do a change on the narrow tires, you keep the back wide. So it's both small diameter tires, but the back is wide, small wide, this one. And then you use the narrow tires, which can be found on the knuckle breaker, okay, on the front. So basically the car can turn faster, since already the chassis is already wide itself, okay? So now basically that's the tires and the rollers. Now let's go back to the rollers again. Okay, never go down 16 millimeters for Pro stock or Super stock if you're using Super XX, because it's what keeps our chassis sane. This chassis is fast and it's stable, yes, but on Pro stock and Super stock, wow, that can fly out like hell. So I suggest that this will be our brakes right here. Okay, so make sure it has an o-ring. Whatever you do, don't let people tell you don't put an o-ring in front, because it's not applicable for our car. So please, not all setups are applicable for every car. Like for example, in Ferrari, there's a setup for a Ferrari that is not applicable for a Lamborghini. Okay, so some cars are like people. They have their own fingerprints. So now, for the engines, let's discuss about the engine usage of the Super XX for Pro stock and Super stock. Now, depends on the track layout. Basically, for Pro stock, if it has a lot of turns, a lot of jumps, a lot of obstacles or technicalities. From my experience is I use Atomic Tune 2 and light blue gear and yellow. Sorry, I'm a color person. I'm not really a number person, so it's much more easier. And if you're going high speed Pro stock, you can go. I see a lot of XX racers. They go for Hyper Dash 2 with black and brown. If that works out for you, then good for you. But for me, in my opinion, I would rather go for Hyper Dash 2 than blue, dark blue and green. Dark blue green. Okay, so that's 5-1. So that's for a high-speed Pro stock. But if you're on more the technical Pro stock, I suggest you just go for Atomic Tune 2 with a light blue gear and yellow. If you want black and brown, it's also working fine. If you want a little bit faster on the technical side, you can go for light dash engine, and then you can use a light blue yellow counter gears. Okay, so that's what you should do on the Pro stock and Super stock. Now this is the skid mark. Sometimes I want to have a debate on this, because they said in Pro stock and stock you can only use the one on the box or out of the box. So this one is out of the box from MA and ARs and MS. So I don't know why they banned it, but in my opinion, it came out from out of the box. So it came from out of the box. So I think this should be allowed in front. So basically, it gives maybe a little bit of aerodynamics. So I've never seen Super XX cars with something like this. So I made something like this to put some little bit of aerodynamics to our cars. But please check on your organizers if they allow this one. Some organizers allow, some organizers does it, but this helps a lot in the aerodynamics. So yeah, now keeping it light, it's the best secret. Now let's go here at the back. Basics, okay? Let's go to the bumper at the back. Now basically, the stock bumper really moves a lot. It really moves a lot. So I suggest you glue them here, so you can see it's kind of glued. I suggest Loctite glue or Pioneer glue or Bulldog glue is okay. Glue it. It's a sacrifice because it wiggles a lot. And if it wiggles a lot, it's going to be a very big problem for you, and it's not going to be stable on the track. Okay, so please glue it if you can. It's a bit of a sacrifice, but it'll help. Now, let's go here.